first rode the all-new TVS Apache RTR 200 at the TVS track and immediately were blown away by how far TVS has come in terms of refinement. But soon after, we realized the track might not be where the new Apache 200 is at its best. TVS themselves say that they have sacrificed the top end of the machine for a mighty powerful mid-range that makes it a very involving street bike. So, how does the new Apache 200 behave in the real world? Quite predictably, extremely fun. On the street, in the real world, top speed does not matter. All that matters is how fast you can get off the line and how quickly you can accelerate out of the jam. And that's what the new Apache is all about. The fuel-injected 197.75cc engine churns out 21 PS of power at 8,500 rpm and 18.1 Nm of torque at 7,000 rpm. But what the specifications do not tell you is how short-geared the machine is. It's extremely peppy and almost always wants to pop a wheelie in the first 3 gears. But the highlight of this machine has to be its refinement and how easily it builds up revs. Any gear, any RPM and the engine is composed and there are absolutely no vibrations. We would rate it the most refined 200cc engine out there at the moment. The 0 to 100 comes up in about 11 seconds and the mileage after hard city riding hovered around the 35 km per liter mark. Now, if the engine refinement was a revelation, we were equally and in fact more surprised by its road manner. In general, the suspension is quite soft at the front and complemented by a preload adjustable monoshock at the rear. But in some way, the double cradle chassis manages to work its magic and gives you a very comfortable ride while not compromising on the handling in any way. It's extremely agile in the city and you almost just need to think about changing directions for it to turn in. The Pirelli tires also do its part in providing you with an extra grip and confidence while cornering and hard braking in all conditions. Even while hard braking, the soft suspensions and the chassis work in tandem to keep the bike stable. It's almost a pleasure to brake hard and late just to experience the stability on offer. The brakes by themselves are quite good, although we would have liked a sharper initial bite at the front. Perhaps the only area that could have been a bit better is the overall build quality. But let's be clear here, the new Apache 200 is already quite well built, in fact much better than the existing Apache. But with a lot of fiber thrown in, especially around the tank, we wished it had a sturdier feel. Feature-wise, the model we tested had the always-on headlights that remain at 50% till you actually switch it on. Stock headlights are 60-55 watt ones and provide excellent vision. There are cleverly mounted air intakes at the front that direct air towards the engine, helping it run cooler. The speedometer is a pleasure to look at and has a lot of information and comes handy with the clock. And also to our surprise, we found a USB charging port under seat. But all these little perks do not come close in comparison as to how much of a pleasure riding this motorcycle is. The new Apache RTR 200 is definitely a winner in our books.